Fire burn Christmas, Rasta man a burn Christmas. Me no laugh on Christmas. Lava, yeah, yeah, man. Long time ago in a Bethlehem, so the pastor preach and him say, Lord, Mary's boy child Jesus Christ. Them say born on a Christmas day. Well, lie them a tell, some fight them a sell. Him born on the 1st of April. Hey, near fi bout it and tongue must tell. All the pagan them a go melt out in a hell. True a lie them a tell. Bun Santa Claus and me bun first Noel. Bun Rudolph and me bun Jingle Bell. Away in a manger me bun that as well. Christmas, that a the Babylon spell. Trick on a deceive face and a soul go to hell. Christmas time them crucify the king of Israel. Get them bloody feast and try fi mock him and he well. Yam all them swine till them corruption swell. Down in a the bottomless pit them a go fell. Truths and rights Rasta nah stop rebel. Babylon corruption stink and it a smell. Well, time will tell. Long time ago in a Bethlehem, so the pastor preach and him say every Sunday, Mary's boy child Jesus Christ. Them say born on a Christmas day. Well, I lie them a tell, some fight them a sell. Yahshua born on the 1st of April. Hey, near fi bout it and tongue must tell. All the pagan them a go melt out in a hell. To me born Christmas, nah stop bun out blue eye Jesus. Bun Judas a so me bun Barabbas. Destruction a go take them like the one Ananias. Christmas time evil and rush. Too much blood splash no mention car crash. Man a woman a bikini a run down cash. About them pretty mind dirty like a trash. Western philosophy me bun that to wash. And me African ancient say where them want whitewash. So me bun Christmas without matches and gas. Lightning out of me mouth well it a flash. Emperor Selassie I know that. Long time ago in a Bethlehem, so the pastor preach and him say every Sunday, Mary's boy child Jesus Christ. Them say born on a Christmas day. Well, no lie them a tell, some fight them a sell. Yahshua born on the 1st of April. Near fi bout it and tongue must tell. Watch the pagan them a burn up in a hell. To me bun Santa. You know see say Santa, Satan, Lucifer. Come from in the north in the cold winter. Him a come through me chimney. Him a thief and robber. So they bring him and a burn him in a hot fire. 1st of April at the birth of the Messiah. Then them
Yo, walk on, Yaga. Then the man's nice rack. Oh, I'm back away. Walk on, we telling you, man.
Nothing much, man. How was it with young Bob, dude?
Yeah, all good, man. All good, bro. Yeah. So we had a little discussion, man.
Yeah, I seen it, man. Seen it.
Yeah. He's a funny guy still. You know what I noticed about a lot of people, like, with the points that they hold, yeah? They want to make sort of shock points, but not. If you ask them for any explanation on any points that they're making, they ain't even got one.
No, they don't. Like, I was watching it and it was just a classic Gish Gallop on it. Like, at one point you were like, oh, talking about exploitation of people. And then he was like, yeah, but what about Nigerian doctors that don't have the, they don't have, you know, they can't just work in the NHS? You're like, I wasn't even saying that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's like, yeah, his version of exploitation and my version of exploitation is two different things, isn't it? I'm saying there's exploitation within the visa system where a lot of the third world countries have to apply and pay loads of money, and the majority of them get refused, knowing the people on the other side knowing that they're going to refuse, and that's the exploitation side of it. That people will pay money for visas with skills to take roles or for advertised roles when they know that with the people on the other side that are advertising the roles, it's knowing that they're not gonna give the people the jobs or whatever. They're just gonna take the money for the application. That's what I was trying to explain to him, innit? But he didn't even get it.
Nah,
So,
of course he fucking didn't, mate. It was well mad. I was listening to him and like fucking the way he was describing shit. Like, man, that guy's fucking mad. It's just talking point after talking point. It's really difficult to engage in a good faith conversation with someone because they want to say certain words and certain things like a script, but they won't be able to either A, define them properly or put them in the right context that they're talking about, or stick to one talking point. They'll just gish gallop, throw loads of information at you, and then, you know, people are like, well, hang on a minute, let's go back to the first thing that you said, because that, you know, the end thing was nothing to do with it, and you've completely gone far removed from the point. No, I haven't. It's connected like this, and then they do it again, and they're like, well, just no, calm down. Let's stick with the first point and expand on that.
yeah, you keep moving along, going along to all these different other extra points that don't correlate with the original point that you was making, but is like fanning the flames for people that are like supporters of, you know what I'm saying, like points that you hold. It's
No,
like,
absolutely. It's mad, isn't it? It was well funny. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, Veli's live. Let's see what Veli's up to." Like, should I go chat to Young Bob? I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Like, go chat to Young Bob, bro.
yeah,
and then like,
speaking, yeah. Did you hear him speaking in that? Yeah, you can hear his points.
yeah. I heard him. I heard. To be honest, I went and had a look on the stream because, to be honest, from your stream, it wasn't very good. But I did have a look at the actual footage, the proper one where you could hear you in the microphone and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah,
But
next time I bring a mic or whatever if I go out there again or whatever.
Yeah, mate, and you should, mate. You should do it as well, like, you know what I mean. And just don't let them fucking get away with it, mate. It's because you did a good job. You were like, hang on a minute, I was talking about exploitation. What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, no, yeah. It's a different thing.
Yeah, man. Big up. So, yeah, big up to man. Old tight. Unks in the building as well. Come on. Big up yourself as well, man. Man. I ain't on the panel for time, innit?
No, it's been a while, mate. I've been patiently waiting.
It's, yeah. This
Yeah, I didn't hear that last bit. Then your mic is
still. So, yo, you hear me now?
No, I want to say, yeah, I heard what you said, but it's a bit mad. It cuts in and out.
You know what it is, yeah? I don't know what's going on with the new StreamYard settings, yeah? Before, you used to be able to have headphones on, disconnect the Bluetooth and put it back on, and then it just sounds clear. But now it sounds like I'm on the phone sort of thing.
It sounds like you... Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not broken up like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like cutting in and out every like couple of microseconds. It's not like...
I'll tell you what, let me sort out the audio in 1 sec.
Get to that tech stuff. You're better than this, mate.
You know what? Yeah, as well. I think I spoke to that a lady called Bad and Bougie. Have you heard of her before?
Called who? Sorry.
Bad and Bougie. I think so. Based and Bougie or something. Based and Bougie or something like that.
Based and Bougie. No.
Yeah. A black girl that's like a Tom Robinson support sort of thing. And she was talking about immigration in it. And she was saying, you know, like, it was basically the basic argument that people make of, if you support immigration, why don't you have immigrants living in your house? And it's like, because I support immigration, that doesn't correlate with me having to have immigrants living in my house. But because you support patriots, why don't you have homeless patriots living in your house? No. So it doesn't make sense. You support patriots having houses, right? But it doesn't mean that they should live in your house.
No, they don't even need to be homeless. If they want patriots, they could take in some orders, move DJE into your house.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid, man. They're saying that, because you support people coming to the country, they should have to live in your house. It's like, what?
It's like, no, bro, I I don't want like anyone in my house. Like it's not, do you know what I mean? It's not one of those
why
things.
should they have to live in my house? It's dumb.
It is weird, isn't it? It's like, well, then it's like no one's asking them to live in your house either. Like no one's saying that they need to move into anyone's house. We're saying that people need help, and we have a duty to help people. And as it happens, it turns out to be a net positive across the board. Whether it's fucking, whether it's important to culture and stuff like that, whether it's financially speaking, GDP, people set up businesses, they engage in their communities. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like more often than not, which is the main thing, a fucking positive to like all sorts of different areas of our lives. And then they're like, nah, but Young Bob said something that I'm latching onto. Yeah, Young Bob also said that Tommy Robinson was a fucking, said that his base were all R-worded. He said that fucking his support base and that. He said that Nick Tanconi was a fucking dickhead. He's like on the grift and everything. We've heard a lot of what Young Bob said. You know what I mean? A lot of leaked audio, a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, boy, I don't know about that. The arguments are too basic that they're trying to make. Or was it like if you support immigration, then it means immigrants should have to live in your house? That's like stupid. This basically means that anything that you support now, you means you now have to house the people that come from that situation. So like I was saying, homeless patriots, are they going to live in your house now? Like flipping football hooligans and politicians that speak on GB News, are they going to live in your house? It's stupid. Like, why do they have to live in your house? Because you support what they say, or you support a policy that's going to help someone else get out of a bad situation to a better situation.
No, I'm hearing that, but I'm thinking they should just move into your house, Valley. That's it's the only logical.
Yeah. And all that, and even that, it's like what people do this as well from the comfort of your own home. When you're all comfortable and everything's all nice, you can scorn people having to do this, that, and the other. When you need the help now, and you have to flee your homeland or whatever, because most people were saying, "Oh, I would have said, I was saying fight, rah 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 rah." All these fucking breasts, fucking fat bastards talking about you're gonna stay and fight someone. Stop lying. You're gonna run away, cuz. And anything, you can't even run away. You're just fucking too out of shape anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you ain't gonna run away from anywhere anyway. So if you needed help and the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't mind stretching out your hand asking for help. So when it's time to help other people whose situations are not the same as yours or in a bad situation, why shouldn't people stretch out their hand and help? Like, it doesn't mean that you should stretch out your hand and let these men live in your front room. If I've got children in my house or whatever, how am I just going to let some immigrant just live in my house just because I said immigrants deserve to be treated equally? That don't even make sense.
It's stupid. It doesn't make sense because it's not based in reality. It's not based in logic. It's based in feelings and urges. They feel like, do you know what? If you're going to invite them into our collective home, which is the UK, then maybe you should have them in your house. Oh, that's right. You don't want to be around them. You just hate everyone. It's like, no, bro, for the same reason you don't have homeless people in your house, for the same reason that veterans aren't living in your house, for the same reason that it's your house. But as a nation, which is last time I checked, a bit different to a fucking house with one family in it. But as a nation, we do have a duty and we do have a responsibility. And it's one of the good things that we do. And I saw you as well arguing that, because Bob was like, he was trying to deny that certain people can be English. So he was denying their nationality based on their ethnicity and then saying that he wasn't an ethno. He's like, I'm not an ethno-nationalist. No, but if you're part of this nation, you got to be the right ethnicity. It's like, no, black people can be English too, young Bob. Calm down. Like,
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now, yeah.
Does it sound better? Or does it sound the same as it was before?
It's the same as it was before.
What's going on, man?
I can still hear you. You're still audible. It's just...
When I used to connect the Bluetooth to it, yeah, the sound used to be crystal clear, mate. It's called the still. Check, testing. 1, 2.
Same.
Long time ago.
Yeah, that
Check.
like. I don't know if you
Check,
kicked it out.
check.
There you go. That's a bit better.
Is that better now, yeah?
Yeah, the connection seems better. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago in a Bethlehem, so the pastor preach and they say, Valley tell them, where is boy child Jesus Christ? He was born on a Christmas day. Aye. So yeah, man. I did see that Based and Bougie is down for doing panel debates as well still.
Do it, mate.
So-
It'd be way better because, like, to engage in a proper good faith debate that is centered around like facts and logic and stuff. To have notes, to have access to your PC, you know what I mean, so you can make sure you've got things lined up and that. That's way better. Like, you know what I mean. That's way better format for debating.
It's the immigration thing. It's weird. For me, yeah, it's weird that the descendant of obvious immigrants are on the front line fighting against immigration. So you're saying that you're a scorn on the country yourself then? You coming here and being here or whatever, living here or whatever, is not beneficial for the country.
It depends,
I
doesn't
mean,
it? Because when you bring it back to them, it'd be like, yeah, no, but this was a legal thing. This was, you know, like even the whole premise of the debate that you had with Bob and that as well. That whole idea that the whole table was like, we want remigration and deportation, right? We need it, and it's like, okay, what for? Is because obviously we have those things in place for, you know, for genuine cases of illegal immigrants where people come over on student visas wrongfully, where people overstay holiday visas or whatever. They come over here, you know, and then they get taken advantage of either way. But, you know, there is a system in place for that. So what is it? And he's like, it's everyone. And you were like, well, it's not everyone. And he's like, no, it's just this group of people. And then it's like, oh, yeah, the people that it's already being. And they're like, what are you on about? What is it you're asking for? The whole premise doesn't make any sense. It's already a crime to do that. You already get deported.
He didn't even explain who he wanted deported and remigrated. And I'm like, well, he said, you said it yourself. They came over and invaded the place. And I said, no, that's not what I said. I said that, for example, if we speak about East Ham, the East Ham example, yeah, where the whites of London, remember they done a program on TV about that? Where's the whites of London gone? And it was East Ham or whatever, yeah? The people, when they spoke to them, they said, oh, we started moving out. We moved out. And we moved to Essex. We moved to, what's the place called? I remember the name of the place as well, yeah. But basically, it's a couple stops away in Essex. It's not even that far. It's in, but it's just outside of London, innit? So people have decided to move from one place to the other, and then other people have moved into that area. So anyone that's moved out has been replaced with someone that's moved in. Not that people have been run out and been replaced with people that have been brought in. That's how he's trying to explain it. I'm like, brother, that's not what's happened. Because first of all, if we're going to start from the beginning, the main reason why there is immigration or immigrants coming in the first place is at the end of World War II, when the English people was being asked by the government to stay here and help rebuild the nation or whatever. A lot of them decided to go to places like Canada, Australia, America to find their fortunes and other places. Do you know what I'm saying? That So
No, absolutely, yeah. We had a whole
in
bunch of
turn,
people that went to rebuild their lives and stuff by like you say, seeking fortune and that. They went to other nations and shit, and then other people came here. There was lots of people. There was a whole industry built that was made for like X amount of people, and then we lost a lot of folk during the war. Loads of shit got broke down. We needed workers. We needed people to rebuild shit. We needed everything. You know what I mean? And vice versa, all over the world. People went all over. There was a massive exchange, wasn't there? People looking for a better life.
right. So the way that he's trying to explain it is like people that are immigrants, any migrant that's come here, anyone that's come here on an employment visa or whatever, doesn't have the skills to work here. It's like, it don't even make sense. Even that don't even make sense. How the hell would anyone pay any employer pay any of the fees that go along with employing someone on an immigrant visa if they ain't gonna have any sort of skills that matches up with what it is? It's just like you're gonna teach them or just show them the ropes of how things are done in your surgery or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, right, everyone's a mechanic, right? Or we're all mechanics or whatever. But we have a way of working when we do mechanics over here. I'm just going to show you this is how we do it when we're over here or whatever. You do it in this order, A, B, C, D or whatever. Because they might have done it
100%.
in a different order over there. But it's still the same thing though, right? It's still repairing the car.
They're madly transferable skills, but also it's like you say, there's also, when you were talking to them about things like that, you were also saying quite rightly that there are courses, there are things put in place and stuff for when people come over. They don't just immediately open up a practice. It's not just like that. They don't immediately go straight into medicine. They go into courses, they learn, they practice, they They understand how hospitals work. They go on training, they're overshadowed. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of stuff goes in. It's not just, right, this dude arrived just yesterday. He says he's qualified, let's bring him in. It's not like that. There's so many checks and balances that go into place for this particular problem that isn't really a problem. So, like, it's, you know what I mean, because of the checks and balances. But another thing that he said that around that time was, he turned around and he goes, you're trying to, he's like, yeah, but at the moment we've got a case of, like, you'll have a native born person being chosen, being outpicked basically by a foreign person who's got qualifications. And it's like, yeah, no shit. Of course they need to be qualified. Like, I don't know if he was meant to say that, or if he was supposed to say, like, if he was implying that foreign people will be picked over British people if they have the same qualifications, which isn't true at all. But no, what he actually said was, he was like, a person who's native will get picked over by, or not picked, sorry, versus someone who's qualified and isn't from here. It's like, yeah, you're missing the point. The qualified bit, like, it's about. The
person with the skills to actually do the job. It's stupid anyway. It's like, why are you campaigning for people to be skilled up locally then, and all that sort of stuff there? The same thing like Jeremy Corbyn was calling for, saying, we should be upskilling local communities to make sure that in the end we don't have to rely on skilled migrants having to come over to fulfill roles that we can't fulfill or whatever.
Exactly.
He's not even screaming at nothing like that. Never said anything like that once.
It says we need deportation and remigration. And then, like, it's like, hang on a minute. Look, if you're genuinely concerned I'm concerned about levels of legal immigration and about, economic migrants and things, not because I'm worried about, we're being, like, tainted by some other inferior peoples, like some of these fucking idiots say. No, there's a skills gap. It represents a big skills gap within people that are born and studying and raised there. Like, we need to change that skills gap. We need to start upskilling communities. We need to start bringing industry back into places where it's been robbed from. There's too many ghost towns in the UK. Like, I'm from Rill, right? That place is the poorest. It's got the poorest neighbourhoods, right where we were from, like right where we used to hang out and that. All that area is like the poorest area in Wales whatsoever. Like, start investing in it. Start putting some money in there. Stop fucking wasting it on fucking stupid, like, cronyism and fucking waste. You know what I mean? Like, all the scandals.
He hasn't got an issue with anything like free ports or any of the dodgy trade deals that's happened. Anything to do with, like, the fucking ups of Brexit or any of that sort of stuff there. He's just talking about it's the immigrants' fault, it's immigration's fault. Yeah. And then when they finally get rid of the immigrants, now who are you gonna blame next? Because the situation's not gonna change.
Yeah, this is it. This is exactly it. If you got rid of every single immigrant today, do you think that suddenly all the house prices would just overnight drop? Do you think that like inflation would change? Do you think that the monetary system is going to work in poor people's favor again? No, it doesn't work like that. It's like these aren't the droids you're seeking. You know what I mean? Like it's not these fucking people, man. Still, they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. You just gotta. It was good that you challenged them though, and you brought some stuff up. And like, yeah, that was funny, man. That was cool to watch.
Yeah, he's a crazy guy still.
Yeah.
Young Bob.
And
Young
what's weirder
Bob,
is
young
he
Bob.
doesn't believe it either, because we heard the leaked audio. Like we know that he knows it's a grift. He knows exactly what's going on. He's there because it's his job, and he's just trying to earn some money. You know what I mean? He said it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it is what it is, man. That flipping. I don't know if there is any sort of honest discussion to be had with people that have those sorts of views, because when you start speaking to someone about it or whatever, they know all the different bits and pieces that you're going to speak about. They just hope that you don't bring any of it up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or
this
pivot. They've got a pivot ready for it. As soon as you mention fucking, as soon as you mention like GDP or something in terms of like immigration or whatever, they're immediately going to be like, yeah, it's because other people aren't getting these jobs. And it's like, no, it's because there's a skill. Like it's one of those things. They've got this whole like people like Young Bob as well. He's got this. How do you describe it? Like it's that weird debate lord style stuff. You know what I mean? He's like a little debate minion who's got like all these talking points ready to go. And at any point, if you say this, it will trigger something to that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not
a scripted answer for that. Yeah.
Whereas if you was like when you're online, you can bring up the stats and you can bring up the stuff and go, hang on a minute, you're misrepresenting what this is and what it means.
Yeah. Yeah, you're blatantly lying.
Yeah. And they use as well, like with that talking point and stuff like that, talking point UK, talking point USA, whatever it is, that little branch that Young Bob's in now, that they operate mostly in logical fallacies, don't they? So they're poisoning the well. They'll say something that's like, and then like they'll then attach it to you somehow and be like, well, these sorts of people come over here, so you have to do X, Y, and Z, and blah blah blah. And then they're like, do you know what I mean? They're attaching you to that. And then like
he said that to me once in the discussion. He said, "You said that they was invaded," and I never said that. I never said that they was invaded at all. I said that people moved out and then people moved in. Not that people moved in and then people were run out or whatever. If anything, it's the immigrants that were getting run out of areas.
Whole other things you didn't say that mean completely different things to the point you were trying to get across. And he's like, "That's what I've latched onto." Like, that didn't even happen. You've latched onto fiction. But like I said, like they've got these. They got the talking points. They've got what they do, and they just sort of like remodel it. And it's if you listen to enough of them, it's all the same stuff. Like it's all just like, and then it ends up coming back to like they do that logical fallacy thing where they're like, "Oh well, do you want bad things to happen then?" And then you've obviously got to say no, and then they'll jump in and be like, "Right, well, the only solution is," and it's like, stop making everything. You know what I mean? Stop trying to frame it all to be. It's fucking bad at it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's stupid, man. A lot of the arguments are actually just stupid. It's like, brother, what are you talking about? That's just stupid, man. You ain't doing nothing, man. Oh my god. Mulatto's in the building. Crying already. Just like crying already, man. Fucking I'm melted. Straight away.
Been here 10 minutes, man.
I feel melted already, fam. Yeah, fast, man.
So yeah, you should. Have you seen any of these awards that have been flying about recently? So you in the chat for that one that I did.
So if a lot of the foreigners or the ones that are British citizen but have foreign parents, but champion people not being able to come to the country. Why don't they set the example of leaving the country? Why don't you set the example and move out first? Why don't you leave?
It just goes to show, doesn't it? This is the thing about being human. Anyone from any community can be convinced of pretty much anything. And you'll get people that are like, I know people that do like auditing and that. And like, like it's, their parents perhaps come from a certain place or something. And they're out literally hunting around parks in the morning, kids' playgrounds. They're like, going to find a migrant around here. I know I will. Like some sort of fucking weird, like racist David Attenborough. Like,
the migrant hunter.
yeah, and like it's like, hang on a minute, where does your family? Hang on a second, like that. Like, what are you? Like, people fall through these, like, you know what I mean? They fall for it. There's a big machine that's like pumping shit out, and like, yeah, there's a long, big concerted effort to make people, you know what I mean, like that, and they pick on certain people that will fall for that shit.
Yeah, man, you gotta have. Do you know what? Yeah, it's not even that, innit, bro? Anyone can be convinced of anything, can it? Like, if advertising is why flipping big brands are so powerful or whatever, innit? Like, because right, if adverts didn't work, then McDonald's wouldn't ever do no advertising about nothing anyway. So, like, propaganda does work, innit?
Yeah, 100% it works. Like, you know what I mean? Even so, like, it not just works, but it's so repeatable and stuff. Like, if you look at, I'm trying to think now. There was a dude, a Sri Lankan dude, right, who was making like hundreds of thousands of pounds every year from some monetized Facebook pages, just off of how, just like making anti-migrant sentiment stuff, anti-asylum seeking stuff. And pumping it out AI. He had a whole course where he was teaching students how to do it. They made so much money. They went and had like a celebration with chocolate cake and fucking gave food out to homeless people and shit, and were like having a party and stuff, mate. That was like, do you know what I mean? Like, they were celebrating their how much money they'd made off of fucking making this fake shit that people are lapping down. Like, there's loads of skin in this game. Loads of people are after it. Like, it's not even just like financial.
Yeah, this racial politics thing is never going to stop in it, man. And the populists are falling off, though, still. I can't lie. I did think, that if you do give them enough time to whatever, the stuff that they're saying is so dumb or whatnot that it's just like normal people are just gonna have to start speaking in it and saying like, this is just stupid, isn't it? And you are getting more and more normal people starting to speak about how dumb a lot of these Trump wannabe styled MAGA wannabe guys, all their policies are just like stupid.
And they are fucking stupid as well. Like, have you seen what's happening with fucking, speaking of MAGA and ridiculous shit, Trump's only gone and fucking kidnapped the fucking president. He's just gone and fucking...
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
What He's even like, you know what? He wants to be Putin. That's why, man. These men want to be like Putin in Europe. You get me? But they can't really do it like that still. But obviously, like, wow, that's one of the steps to it, though. Because imagine, this is why any of these other people, like these, especially these Trump supporting right wingers or whatever, that speak about the law and upholding this and that and the other. It's crazy. You just invaded another person's sovereign nation for their resources under the guise of helping the people. Some real life colonization 2026. You know what I mean?
Like, it's mad, isn't it? Like, and then like the usual fucking dribbling cheerleaders will be like, yeah, but it was drugs, and it's like, hang on a minute, man. Like, are you saying that because there's a dispute about drugs and borders and the fact that that a large portion of like people in America like to do drugs is like a good enough reason to go and like break the sovereignty of a nation and literally kidnap and like abduct the leader and his wife? Like, that's fucking insane shit.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, man. It's dumb. Yeah. Did you see that Tom Robinson was begging Donald Trump to invade the UK? He's like, invade the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Fucking traitors, man. How fucking unpatriotic can your ass get? You know what I mean? Some fucking
you're gonna
outwardly
ask for Donald
fucking.
Trump to invade your own country. That's weird.
Imagine it. You can't make it up, can you? And they'll still donate.
No. Donald
Lost in the
Trump, can you
sauce.
invade? And he's saying, I've got the location. He's at 10 Downing Street. You're like, brother, you mad? You know, like, you could get charges for that, you know. No, you calm down, bro. Calm down, because you can get charges for them ones there still. Like,
It's
some mad
mad, isn't
ones
it?
still, man.
Like they don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? They don't even live here anymore. In fact, that Paul Thorpe, like fucking Charlie Mullins, Tommy Robinson, they all want to see a sort of like a different style of UK, all while being as far removed from the UK as they're allowed to be. Like,
Yeah. It's like, yeah, the country and so and so, while being in Spain.
it's mad, isn't it? It
Bro,
is
you're in
crazy.
Spain, cuz. What are you talking about? You can't tell us nothing about what's going on the flipping in Blighty, bro.
Those immigrants
You
going
can't tell
over
us about
there.
Blighty, bro. These times you're in Costa del Sol telling man about una cerveza, por favor, and you want to tell you, yo, behave yourself, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
What's
no,
wrong with you?
it's mad, isn't it? Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, fuck them. They're just like, it's weird, isn't it? How like they manage to encapsulate. Like, I know it's not massive amount. I mean, relatively speaking, it's quite big. But when you compare it to like the nation, it's, you know, we're
Aye.
tens of millions strong, and there's, you know, there's not a lot of these fucking idiots that, you know, do this stuff. But there's enough of them to line his pockets and make things harder for the rest of us.
You know, Street Mike's done a video of me to send to Tony Robinson.
Is he?
Street Mike's a question still. He said, let me film it so I can send it to my boss. I was like, what, your boss? Yeah. He's like, all right, cool. Film it. So I'm like, bro, how have you gone from filming Sasha Johnson and all that to now being Tom Robinson's cameraman? Like, what kind of change is that? I don't really get that still. Like, that is literally a leap from one side to the other. I swear Sasha Johnson went in to punch up some black dude who was Tom Robinson's cameraman before. Or one of his little beg friends that come on some little interview.
I can't remember.
He's like, she watches
sound-
that. She watches it. He's like, I don't know about that, bro.
It's just, yeah.
I don't know about that, cuz.
But it's getting, you know, I mean, like now that it's like, you know, winter's sort of gripping a bit harder, it's getting colder, there's less motion in the whole thing. You know, these people are constantly either being recorded, you know, admitting, you know what I mean? Like, no one's really taking them seriously anymore, is what I'm saying. Like, they're all they're getting a bit weirder and a bit more outrageous, and I think they're starting to plateau, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The far right's on its way down the toilet still. Can't lie. Populism's not popping.
Popularism is no longer popular. No, it's it's gonna have a last few throws and a last few kicks and stuff, and you know, but like things are starting to change. Like, you know what I mean? I've like, yeah, the way that police are dealing with auditors, some of these like other far right figures and stuff are getting fucking clamped down on. They're either not living in the country, in jail, demonetized, deplatformed, or a combination of all three. You know what I mean? It's fucking mad, isn't it? Far right scene it's eating itself alive. That's the conclusion I came to. It's starting to fucking.
I thought that was ever going to happen anyway. And even if flipping Nigel Farage is able to wangle getting into government, that's going to be the worst thing for the majority of these Farage supporters anyway, because a lot of the policies that they're going to be bringing in or whatever ain't going to be what they thinking it was or whatnot. You know what I mean? That going to be beneficial to business and people like not being able to get paid minimum wage. So it's gonna a lot of poor people are going to be worse off in scenarios where you get people that take the needs of big business and entrepreneurs who don't want to pay taxes within the country. Do you hear me?
No, yeah, like
So,
I don't. They're fucking bad, aren't they? Yeah. It's I'm British and I should, you know, I'm gonna push some nationalist agenda for domestic policies. And what does your tax thing look like? Where do you pay taxes again? That's not the point. What is it they
and
always say?
also
Live in the country you support, or support in the country you live in.
support the
Fuck,
country
the
you
other
live
way
in, a
around.
lie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That fucking hell. And it
I don't
also
agree
as
with
well
that,
with
man.
that
But,
little Bob, young Bob dude, yeah. He was saying that ethnically English people, air quotes, should be have better rights than anyone else or whatever. So I'm saying, so you want a two-tier system then, yeah? And he's like, no, I don't want a two-tier system. I'm like, you do though, because you just said one ethnicity should be treated better than the other. It doesn't matter if they're a citizen or not. It just matters about their race or whatnot.
Yeah, this idea of
So
priority for white people, right, is like so white people come first and someone else comes second, right? There's your tiers, and they're like, no, just priority for people that would, you know, for British peoples, just priority, and it's like, oh, so you
yeah, so
want
that
tiered
means
systems, yeah. That's
yeah,
like
yeah. So
you
that's a
want
tier
people
then, yeah.
to get the best first, and they should be treated, you know what I mean, by virtue of receiving everything first and preferentially. Then that a preferential treatment is de facto, you know what I mean? Like it's the same shit, and they don't get it because they like to make up the definitions of their own words and shit.
Yeah, you want the two-tier, three-tier, four-tier system where, like the Peter Griffin color card, where if you're bright white at the top, you're good. If you're as black as flipping midnight, then you get treated like shit. So that's a tier system, bro. I don't know what you don't see or how you don't see or whatever. And we're already living in a place that is flipping got tiers for people, classes, colours, and all that already anyway, yeah? And if the man struggling in a place that's flipping tiered to be able to be more beneficial to people of English descent or whatever right now, then I don't know what sort of laws that you need to be brought in for you to flipping get a leg up over other people or whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how many investigations were there in the late 90s and maybe even early 2000s into when people was going for jobs, when people was trying to rent properties, when people was trying to get mortgage? If your surname sounded funny, your first name was a little bit different and didn't sound English, you'd have a lot of problems, you'd have issues. You might not get this, you might not get that. You got to pay a little bit more, or you got to do this, or do you know what I'm saying? We're not renting to them, or these people can't come in and they can. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why it's strange when I hear the people talking about like we want our country back on all that sort of stuff. There, now, what does that actually even mean? Back from who got the country?
And then you asked him that at one point. You were like, "Yeah, you're just saying that, but what you want thinking about? What does that actually mean?" And then it was like, "So I'll just repeat what I just said." I don't think you know what that means, or they know and they're just too afraid to defend that position that they've adopted because we know what that means usually. You know what I mean? It's yeah.
That's the one.
It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah,
that's the one. Then the man know exactly what we're talking about. Like you know that I know what you mean, and I know that you know what you mean. We both know that you're scared to say it publicly and say it with chest and stand on it, because obviously that now makes your thing into the ethno-nationalist thing, like flipping the other Steve was trying to call him out on.
Yeah, like that idea though that like I'm not an ethno-nationalist. I'm just saying that people of a certain ethnicity can't be a certain nationality. It's like I think you're a bit confused there, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit confused, mate.
That idea that like
when
you reduce that argument, like that argument of like, well, certain people can't be British, like they can be British, but they can't ever be English or Welsh, or that's, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing about that. It's like, well, if you was to really boil it down, right, and like take away all of the, you know, the actual, the real contents to, you know, let's not talk about the social or historical, language, cultural, or other connections and everything else like that. Let's look at the law. There is no legally English people. Oh, no worries, man. But yeah, there is no like legally English people, just like there's no legally English like sort of Welsh people either. Like we're all legally classed as British. When you fill out visas, you don't put Welsh, you don't put, it's not the, do you know what I mean? Like if we really break it down like that, and then we go, well, and then everyone can be British, but it's English is, you know, for people that were born in England, for people that were raised in England, people who identify with the culture of England. Do you know what I mean? And that can come in all sorts of different things. But and then they go, well, I'm not ethno-nationalist by saying only white people born in England can be, you know what I mean, can be classed as English. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. My man was Ian Wright's goal record rubbed off on the England score sheet and all that, because it's like, God, you're mad. The Paul Ian Wright. Hey, yeah, nah. Easy. I think he was a little bit fucking funny with me after still a minute, because I see him having another discussion. I said, we want to get the foreigners out, and he just walked off. Yeah.
No,
it might be in his feelings, man. It might be in his feelings. You get me?
Yeah,
he might be in his feelings.
I was having a chat with one of these chatters before. The other dude who I've decided we're gonna, if we're you know, basing things on weird abstract fucking nationalities, now play the same game too. And Taffy's no longer Welsh because I said so, and that's my logic.
Well, the head of Reform Wales is in jail right now for being a Russian spy anyway. So.
Yeah. Also, as well, like that's a mad story, right? Because like Nigel, no, is that not his name? Sorry, Ben. I can't remember his name. But yeah, you're right though. The Welsh head of Reform, he he fucking is in prison for being a spy, but for saying the same things that I say that like. What's his face? Nigel Farage is saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. They weren't out there being like in the European Union and Parliament and places like that. Sorry, they weren't out there being like fucking. You should all submit to Russia. They were doing it like sneakily and like, well, I respect this nation and we should respect it. Oh, we brought this on ourselves, and you know when they invaded Europe.
Yeah, all that shit.
Nigel Farage been saying that stuff for ages, hasn't he? Nigel Farage has been like, well. Putin, he's the leader I admire the most.
If you poke the bear and all that bollocks, isn't that fuck off?
Like, I'm not saying that he's on the payroll. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's funny as well? Yeah, there was the next dude there. He had like a little bit of a bullfrog chin, and he was quite racist or whatever, innit? Yeah, so he was saying about something about anti-Semitism or whatever. Yeah, and he was saying that Nigel Farage isn't anti-Semitic for making hissing noises at Jews or whatever, yeah. And I was like, but seriously, he's saying Nigel Farage isn't anti-Semitic for making hissing noises at Jews, yeah. Singing Hitler youth songs and all that sort of stuff there. Yeah, he just refusing to answer questions. I'm like, this is what we've got with a lot of these dons on that side there. They just want to say shock jockey statements because they're used to maybe people just spazzing out and not answering them the question of what the fuck are you talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like getting them to explain their point. You can't explain his point. You chat shit, man.
That's all they fucking do. That's all they do.
Listen, Young Bob didn't make one point that flipping was coherent. What are you talking about? Like, he was talking about like Anglican Christianity is different from the original Christianity from the Middle East. I'm like, seriously? Really? I don't know about that, bro. I'm not too sure about that stuff. Like, the only thing that was different was when my man tried to go away from the Catholic side of it, right? Because of the marriages, Henry VIII. Yeah? And that's from the Catholicism. Like, not from the Middle Eastern version of Christianity.
No,
what
it's
are you talking about?
no, Henry VIII founding the Church of England and everything else, so that he could get divorces and shit. But like, no, it has been adopted like in many different ways, but it's ultimately, you know, there's sort of similar versions of the same thing, isn't it? Like, and like people want to deny, they want to try and make white Jesus. They're like, no, we pray to white Jesus, and it's like, you know, what are you doing? what is this? Like, what are these fucking people doing? And this weird sort of like Christian, like fucking ethnic style stuff that's being, because it's now being adopted from like America. It's like a feedback loop that's come back over here.
Yeah.
And we've got this weird thing where people who have never been to churches, people that have never done any of that shit, will start telling you about Christian values and what this country was built on. And then they'll forget entirely that, like, you know, when like where this religion came from, it's already this religion that they love so much that they couldn't quote how it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it fucking how it comes from a Middle Eastern
He's trying
place.
to say that Anglican and Catholicism is not the same as the Christianity that was originally invented.
I mean, it's more or less the same. Yeah, I'm sure
Like,
that there'll be
he's
some,
trying to say that it's not the same. Like, it's a different version. It's been thing of, and I'm saying, what, the language? He's saying that because it's been translated from Hebrew to English, that the language is different. Because it's been translated from Greek to English, that's what makes it different. That don't even make sense, bro. That don't even make sense, bro.
No, they just want ownership over stuff. They just want ownership over shit that they didn't fuck. Do you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Like, even like fucking London predates England and shit. The Romans going to come back and be like,
so
we
that
want
means,
big migration.
If these men are claiming that the Christianity is not the same as the original Christianity or whatever, that means obviously everything's not the true Christianity then. So it's not true Christianity then. It's not the real one then.
I see what you're
It's
saying.
not the one that like Jesus and then man were talking about then, right? Like, it's different Christianity then, yeah? A whole different one. You might put yourself in.
I see what you're saying, but like, obviously, if you were in that sort of thing, because you get like Catholicism, don't you? You get Orthodoxy and you get Protestants. So like Anglican Christianity is a branch of the Protestant Christianity that developed in England, right? But in it does have its own traditions, like, you know what I mean, more or less. But it shares those core Christian beliefs. It's the Trinity, like the resurrection, the authority of the Bible. It's the Bible that they look at. You know what I mean? They're not so separate. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like its own. Like, I get what you're saying.
Even the religious laws that they're supposed to be upholding or whatever that they don't uphold. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so these man just trying to basically, man just want to hijack it. So. It's not this Middle Eastern shit no more. It's just it's stuff that cements why we need foreigners out. You can't remix the Bible though, bro. I don't really go like that. But literally every story in the Bible takes place in either the Middle East, in Africa. Yeah, that's it. The Middle East or Africa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pretty much just those areas that, like.
I think the end of the New Testament starts to get over to Rome. Like with Daniel and the lions, and I think Peter tried to convert some Greeks and Romans and blah blah blah. But that's like towards the end of the Bible, after Jesus is dead and all that. The main crux of all this, like Christmas and nativity and blah blah blah, all that happens all in Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Nazareth. You know, all these places.
Moses'
like
story.
Samaria, Galilee. They're not.
Where does Moses leave?
Say that again. Where did Moses leave?
Yeah, where did Moses leave to?
Moses went from Egypt to the Middle East, didn't he?
Right then. So I mean that. So from Middle East to Africa, Africa to the Middle East. Yeah,
it's like there's a lot of stories that, like, if you look at like there's Mesopotamia and stuff like that in the Bible, sure, but like if you look at like the stories that involved like Egypt and stuff like that, and then like with Jesus and stuff, like, and how he was I can't remember, did he flee to Egypt, Jesus, as a refugee child?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, so he crossed. They just ran over a border seeking refuge, seeking asylum, as it were. And and then they try and use the stories of this man and his teachings to, like, because I believe that, Christianity, much like Islam, much like Judaism, just, like the main Abrahamic beliefs. And I don't know much about other religions and stuff, to be honest, but from the most part, it's one of those things that, like, people give themselves over to something higher, and then, in exchange they get, like, a sense of security, they get a sense of belief, they get all sorts of lessons and things that they can, cherry pick from these things. It's not like a handbook on how to be a human being. It's a document. It's people take from it what they need, and overall it helps a lot of people. And then you get other people that try and, like, weave it into their sort of like ethnic sort of style shit and like other areas, and they'll be like, well, it's Christian values that are being eroded, and it's this, that, and the other, and we can't have, like, asylum seekers here. Well, hang on a minute, Jesus was an asylum seeker.
Jesus was like, feed the poor, take care of the children, do this, that, and the other. These men are like, brother, we need to get every immigrant out. You know what I mean? So
they don't just do it with the Bible either. They do it with, like, their own great granddads and stuff as well. Like, they'll be like, oh, we're fucking, how do I say it now? Like, our granddads would be turning in our grave. Britain's supposed to be British, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you do realise that, like, your grandparents fought, well, their grandparents and their parents or whoever, they fought against fascism, right? Like, what are you doing? Like, whether it's the Bible or history, they'll twist it all.
That's it, man. That's it. I don't really know how this is going to turn around, man. Not sure how this is going to turn around, mate. Like, the future's going to be different, man.
It is. Let's see how, let's see how we get there. And just having a look at some of the people that are melting away in this chat there. Maybe it doesn't necessarily include those perspectives. Hopefully. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the far right at the moment do seem to be sort of like,
that's the thing. Like, these man say stuff like this. Yeah, you gotta get used to it, and blah 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 blah. All that. Yeah, it's like, bro, but you man are the ones complaining about all the different changes that's happening. Like, so don't you think it's you man that needs to get used to it? Like, bro, the foreigners are here, cuz. You get me? Yeah, people of different ethnicities are having more children than English people. Like, you better get used to it, because things are going to change quicker for you, man, than they are for the foreigners. You know what I mean? Like, so
100%.
You need to get used to what?
Like, yeah, I heard you want your country back. No, like, but this is the thing though. When it comes to demographic change and things like that, it's often driven by very boring factors like, economics and all this other stuff. Whereas people are like, no, it's a conspiracy. And then there's other people that I've heard people being like, it's the Jews. The Jews are pushing Muslims into Western nations, and it's like, what the fuck is this weird shit that people are coming out with?
That's the great replacement people. They're on that. That's what they say.
Like, do you know that Hugh Anthony, that these fucking Brit Fuentes, I'm hoping that name sticks. I'm going to keep calling them that till it works. But yeah, sorry, there's a dog outside. But yeah, no, that dude, he's got like a, what did he call it now? It's like a call for remigration. It's that we will not be replaced stuff. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, he's got it on the 10th. He had to change it from Unite the Right because that name was named after the fucking Charlottesville rally where a bunch of Nazis got together and one dude drove a car into a counter protest and killed one person and injured others. These people are fucking mental, man.
That's it, man. Hey, what's funny as well, yeah, is a lot of these people say stuff like, "Rob, no, we're not racist or whatever, but we support Charlie Kirk." So, like, man, Charlie Kirk was a racist, though. Like, you said that you're not racist, but you support racists.
Right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. Sorry, 1 sec. I've just got to sort this out. 1 sec.
Alright, cool, bro. Yeah, it's weird still, but this, you know what I mean? Two-stepping that the man them want to try to do. You can't two-step round me though, cuz man, I'll shoot you in your toes. You know me? Yeah, pow pow. Yeah. What? What? Hey. Mm. Brother, even if Nigel Farage gets into power, he ain't deporting no one, man. Yeah, this mass deportation thing that you man keep fucking group masturbating about is bollocks, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb.
Yeah, it is fucking, but it's always been the way, and this is the thing, isn't it? So those that typically hold, and you can't argue with me, this is science, right? So that those that hold, uh, like far right views and those sort of extremist views typically tend to have like lower IQ, lower EQ. It's not just a correlation. It's, you know, people that are susceptible to conspiracy theories, people that are susceptible to, you know, what would otherwise seem, you know, outlandish, should we say. It's those sort of people that end up propping them up, and that's why this idea is never going to go away. There's a whole bunch of people out there that you can't just like, you know, grab hold of them, re-educate them and stuff like that per se. So you just gotta focus on, like, you know, putting the right information out there so that hopefully people will, you know, coming up will have enough information to be able to make a decent decision. You just gotta try and like make sure that there's as equal amounts of like truth out there that there is bullshit, and just keep battling it.
Yeah, man. Once they start putting into education about their critical thinking, discovering facts, and that sort of general direction, then I don't know. A lot of this shit will become fringe, innit? Because if the majority of people in the general population have the skills to determine facts from falsehood, then do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these arguments are done.
That's
like
it.
Liggett, yeah?
Critical thinking, isn't it?
Jeez. Yo, Liggett.
Hi, happy New Year to you both. How you doing?
Hey, happy New Year.
Go on, man. Big up.
Yeah, I'm doing well. You doing well? I haven't seen you about for ages.
Yeah, man. I'm still there, man.
Yeah, you got to have a break from it all, haven't you, really?
Still alive. You know what? Yeah. Obviously, I've got a different business venture that I'm taking part in at the moment. That's taking up the majority of my time. So I ain't even got time to stream or whatever, innit? If I tell the truth, still. I'll start doing a little stream here and there.
Well, you missed. You missed.
Thanks, man.
You know.
Thanks. I did a little stream today, and I was in Speaker's Corner. So.
Oh, it must have been freezing. What made you go to the sun was out though, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's still freezing though. It's still freezing.
Yeah, it creeps in, doesn't it? That's to jump on and say I'm not. My New Year's resolution is not to do politics for 2026. I always stay firm in my left-wing mind, which I have done for years. You know, I don't know, but yeah, it's pointless arguing people, isn't it?
Sometimes.
You know what? When you think, sorry, JOJ, just to think who their role models are, and even they are pretty dim. So you can just really see who they appeal to. You know what I mean? I know some dim characters, and you just tell them anything and they're impressed. You know, they won't look up or anything. They're just impressed. And then the rumor gets round that, God, they're really intelligent, when really they're not. They're thick.
Yeah, crazy, man. It's crazy,
but
man.
Yeah, let's hope. We've got a terrible start of the year, haven't we, though? I'll finish it with the Venezuela thing going on.
Yeah. Boy, Venezuela. That's mad that they could just run up in. It's the same as the Ukraine thing, isn't it? Like, man just ran up in Ukraine and said, "Hey, listen, I'm taking this part."
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I mean?
crazy.
So
Anyway.
how Donald Trump is obviously this Ukraine war definitely ain't stopping now because Vladimir Putin is not hearing. I should stop when you're running up in other spots to remove people because it's beneficial to your business interests.
Yeah. Greed. Just so much greed, isn't there? And they don't care about anyone else, you know. Bizarre.
Mm.
People can stockpile millions of money and pounds and not do good causes with it. It's just crazy, really, to think of. But anyway, I'm not going to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders for 2026.
So
So I'll
what
leave you on that
international
note.
law? Wait, hold on a sec, Felix. Yeah. What
Yeah.
international law has Maduro broken that means that Donald Trump should be able to go into his country and remove him from power? Like,
I don't know
because
much about it, but I got wind of it sort of towards the end of last year that there was tension there. But there is tension with him being a ruler for so long, isn't there? The guy that rules Venezuela. So I don't know if there's political corruption. I don't know much about it, to tell you the truth. But I know he's...
They said that they're trying to say that he's doing this or he's a supporter of drug traffickers. But we can't see no evidence. Well, there's no evidence that's been performed.
Is it a
You know what I'm
communist
saying, man?
country a bit? I don't know.
But it wasn't like when it comes to like the Venezuela stuff and that. It wasn't so much about the politics of it all. It was the initial reason is about drugs, isn't it? That's what they were saying. They're saying this is about drugs, so we need to seize those oil tankers and take control of the oil infrastructure and kidnap the president and put in loads of American oil companies and shit involved. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is definitely about drugs. What? Like, you can't just do that anyway. Like, even if it was a crime in your country, there are international rules that protect sitting.
It is weird because, as you said, there's loads of South American countries that are putting drugs into America. But
they're not putting drugs into America. America are buying drugs. They're importing drugs. Like, America is one of the biggest drug
well, maybe
markets.
I've termed it wrong, but
it's a demand-led industry, not a supply-led
industry. I do think both sides are to blame on that, isn't there? It's the supply and demand, I understand. But most of it comes from South America. And yet he doesn't go into them countries. So, there's, as you said, there is something a bit... It's just amazing that he just does that.
Yeah, what I can say, like from my opinion, observing it all, is that it's nothing to do with what he said it was about, and it's everything to do with the other things he's talking about, like oil and you know what I mean. Like, he's trying to, like it's crazy. Like, it's almost like a dumb Iraq.
According to JB, JOJ, they're gonna produce evidence in court that will show Maduro as being a drug trafficker.
Yeah, so there's still international laws that say that you're not allowed to charge other countries for any sort of like crimes like that. They've got immunity and things. This is international law. It's so that if a leader does something that's considered illegal in one place, that isn't considered illegal somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? There's all sorts of things like that. Like, gross violations of international law require international communities to come together to start. Do you know what I mean? There's a process. Like, it's mad, isn't it? It's just mad, like how they think. Like, some people are like, "Oh no, it's legal." It isn't. You can't just kidnap it. You can't just abduct leaders of states like that. That's invading their sovereignty. All sorts of fucked up things.
So what? Who's going to hold Donald Trump to account? No one's going to hold Donald Trump to account. So that's why my man just said that, right? If he wants to do it, he can just run up in there or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, whether there's fucking reason to or not. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And all opinions about Maduro to one side. I've got no idea. You know what I mean? I'm not a defender or like a shield for Maduro. or anything like that. I'm just saying, hang on a minute, isn't that like another example of America, specifically Donald Trump, and that just not giving a shit about, you know, codes, conducts, international laws, like fucking sovereignty of other nations, just throwing his weight about, and that's wrong. And it's wrong that that America can do that. It's a story of imperialism, isn't it? We're just going to go over there and decide who's leading
It's
what.
also a move for his popularity, isn't it, to gain some back? Because he's losing half of his Make America Great Again over the Epstein thing. So war, people get behind their country and get really patriotic again. So you don't know if, I don't know, and greed and money and oil. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to go, but have a great new year.
Yeah, big up yourself,
Great
Liz.
Take care. Bye.
Oh, big up. Happy New Year. Yeah, man. So like JOJ said, I don't really know nothing about Maduro or whatever, innit, yeah? So the false allegations, oh, they've been supporting da. Well, that's not true, actually. We're just saying that, can you just run up into someone else's country and take the president out because you want to? Like, I don't think that's how international law works, bro. So
No, there's like, it's one of them. Like, so like, if we go back to the best articles are always named two, the most contentious articles. So if it's not the Article 2 of the ECHR that people know about, it'll be this one now of the UN Charter Article 2. So like, it states that states and their agents may not interfere with internal affairs of other states. Diplomats and heads of states have immunity. Leaders are protected from arrest, detention, and coercion by foreign actors. And yeah, like these are just like, that's just under that article of that particular element of international law. Let's not, that's not even talking about the sovereignty, the fact that, I mean, you could class this as fucking kidnapping or terrorism if you wanted to. You could, and if they were aided by any like nationals there'd be treason charges for those guys. It's proper crimes against like state security. It's full on like, I've never seen nothing like it. They just rocked up, snatched him, and fucked off. Like, blew loads of shit up, attacking a number of fucking military and civilian targets. And there's no way, like, they must have had boots on the ground. I can't remember if he confirmed that or not. But to snatch him out, they must have. It's crazy.
Yeah, he said he's watching it from Mar-a-Lago. I've been to it. That's by Clearwater Beach. I've been Clearwater Beach.
Say that again, mate. Sorry, it wasn't your end then. That was my signal. What did you say? Sorry.
Mar-a-Lago is near Clearwater Beach. I went to Clearwater Beach. To the kids there. In Florida.
Florida, yeah. Nice place to be watching the degradation of sovereignty of nations while they kidnap and abduct leaders.
Yeah, he was just shitting Mar-a-Lago and that.
Mad, isn't it? It is mad, isn't it? Like, how that can happen. But yeah, I mean, state sovereignty, international law, whatever you want to do, it's Trump being Trump, isn't it? You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a full-scale invasion, although he's now talking about like overseeing infrastructure and doing X, Y, and Z. So that means there's going to be people there at some level.
Shit, sorry about that.
No worries, man. But you sound yawny, and I need to get some food and stuff anyway. So I'm going to. It's been fucking great to see you back again, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Yeah, it was a quick one still, man. Like, sure, I was driving back from the corner. I thought, let me fucking have a quick little chin wag with some of these fucking punts. You know what I mean?
Well, have fun with it. They're doing their thing in the chat. Just look at them. It's weird, isn't it? I do feel like it's some sort of wildlife documentary when I look into some chat sometimes. I'm like, how do they operate like this? Is wild. Right, take it easy, dude. Happy New Year. Stay safe, man.
Big up. Yeah, Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. It was so cold out there. I couldn't even fucking smoke, mate. Fucking hell. I was like, God damn. I'm waiting till I get home to smoke, mate. You know what I mean? But I said we're rich now, you know. Yo, honestly. But yeah, man, I have a little corners now and then. Won't be every week though, still. Ugh. I might have a debate line up against Based and Bougie. Let's see if I can line up still. Yeah. Let's see if we can line that one up. Based and Bougie versus Maximus Decimus. You never got notifications. Yeah, I ain't on a live stream for time though, still, I can't lie. I can't lie. I like Smack Salad. Donald Trump was moving like fucking Dave Chappelle in the skit. Oh, we're trying to get that oil. Yay. We trying to get that oil. Uh, Venezuela's been liberated. Really tell you about politics of Venezuela, innit? So I can't tell you if I'm for or against Maduro. What I can say is that if another country run up into some of them, took out their leader because it's someone they just don't like, well, it depends, innit? Car Israel's on that right now. Russia's on that right now. And no one ain't saying shit. So I don't know. Russia might be getting the most fight back out of the other Western leaders. So yeah. Who else has been popping though, man? What else has been popping? Fuck out a bit of regime change. You're a joker. The flipping what's it called by but he don't believe in democracy. Huh? Mad. Mad. Hey, so you're funny, you know. I mean, Louise. No, it's Amy Louise. Yeah. uh, alright. Mad, 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 mad. I don't know what happened to my picture as well, man. Like I said, I might have to do streams on the old phone. Because I know if it works on there, innit? I can get the sound back to normal, work the picture properly. Madam, staying on your blood clots. Trying to write off my shit. Allow that, cuz. You better allow me. Mm. Yeah, man. Might have a bit of Asian market tonight. I might not. I might go to bed early. I'll see. We'll see. We will see. Mm. Yeah, man. So what other topics have I missed out on? What else have I missed out on? Ain't really been much, man. It's all the same shit. Man said sell oil. uh, Nigeria. You might not care about Nigeria. These fake Nigerian sympathy that these right wingers have got now. 2 seconds ago, man is saying that they want foreigners out of the country. Now, man is talking about Nigeria. It's like, no, mad. This is wild, cuts. No, you man with your fake Nigeria love. Alright, mad. You get me? Like these man have been yamming a goosey or something, cuz. Hey, behave yourself, man. Behave yourself. How about? I said, oh, mate. Nigeria. And yeah, I don't give a two shits about Nigeria, man. Behave yourself. Yes. I lie. You man want fucking do Nigerians like CP audits. Fuck off back to Nigeria. Yeah. And then when it's to go against flipping Islam, these man want, oh, the Nigerian Christians in Nigeria. Man, shut up, man. You get me? Making Nigeria safer means less immigration. Type in anonymous waffle is okay, innit? Man, them are add and type out anonymous waffle. That's calm. Roddy, you would never say half of the shit that you're typing with your chest, man. Oh, yeah, chat dodo. It's like shit still. Alright, say nothing, man. I'm out of here, man. Know the cruise, man. You don't like very for suck your mother. Alright, say nothing, man. Big up.